I have played a lot of Poke-like games, and I mean like games that are basically just Pokemon, but they do something different enough to not make it Pokemon. Games like Temtem and Nexomon, and today's game, Coromon, which I just recently beat, and holy shit, this is probably my favorite of the Poke-like games that are out right now. This one just this one does stuff that it's hard to explain. To start off, just the visuals of this game is beautiful. I love the pixel art in this. I love the animations. Everything visually in this game, I really appreciate. There's just I'm just super biased for pixel art, but this just looks gorgeous to me. And I'll give them this. They didn't just do a Pokemon and say there are 8 like special elitist trainers that you have to beat to earn a badge. They didn't do that. They're actual bosses in this game, and there's a world threat. The plot in this game isn't amazing, but it's something different than Pokemon, and I can appreciate them for doing something different. But I think the thing that I love about Coromon the most is just the way the battle mechanic works. You guys know Pokemon, right? In Pokemon, when you try to use a move, each move has an assigned PP or power points. That's what PP stands for, right? Regardless, you got PP for each move. And if you run out of PP, you can't use that move anymore. And when you completely run out of moves, you struggle and you hurt yourself. That fucking sucks. And it's something that I realized that I didn't like until this game came around. And I realized a stamina meter like this can work really well if implemented properly. And I think Coromon implements it properly. And not only do they do it properly, it fucking feels good to battle in this game. So, each move uses a certain amount of stamina. If you run out of stamina, it's okay. You can wait and it will fill half of your stamina bar so you can keep doing shit. Doesn't sound like too much, but it's because of this I realized in Pokemon, if you're grinding or you're going through a long, treacherous section of the game without healing, you start running out of PP, you're fucked. You either have to trudge through and go through the rest of the cave without that move, or run back to the last healer, which is fucking stupid. And normally I would say, well, they're all elixirs. You can heal your PP through that. You can't buy elixirs in most Pokemon games. You can't just out and buy it. They're rare items for some reason, which is stupid. Regardless, Coromon's way of doing stamina is super fun. I think it keeps the battles engaging, and I think it's like just everything about the battle mechanics is so interesting to me. Like, they have interesting types. They don't have a lot of types for the Coromons because they also have skill typings that are exclusive to the skills, but there are still like type advantages to them, you know? So like you got a water type Coromon, and it has like water type moves, and it has normal type moves, but it also have like a poison type move, which poison isn't a type a Coromon could beat, but it's a type of skill move. And poisons are like super effective against other types. It makes sense when you're playing it. Trust me, if it works and I like it. I wanted to mention something else before. If you haven't noticed, I'm not doing this scripted. I was supposed to be working on another video right now, but it's taking way too long, and I want to upload something. So in Coromon, like I said about the stamina meter, how it works, feels good. It feels good to actually battle because the stamina meter isn't like I don't have to work against the stamina meter, you know? And I'm not throwing shade at other competitors, I guess, but like, have you played Temtem? So Temtem is another Poke-like game that's like MMO, Pokemon that's more focused on like the competitive side, I guess. I would assume it's more competitive because there's like no RNG in the game at all. But the way Coromon uses the stamina meter is different enough from the way Temtem uses a stamina meter that when I went back and tried to play Temtem, I got fucking annoyed by the stamina meter. There are so many moves that just use so much fucking stamina that I'm forced to either exert the fucking Temtem or wait a turn, which by itself can be devastating because the balance in Temtem, I'm sorry, I might be the only person who thinks this. I hate the balance in Temtem. Like, I struggle to make progress in that game because I'm sitting here trying to grind off of wild Temtems. They're 20 levels under me, and I'm still getting my ass kicked by them. And it's because of the way not only the fucking type advantage chart works, but because of just the way the battle mechanic works. How there's no RNG, how everything leads to something, and it fucks me up. Everything's a double battle. Like, I'm the weird one that thinks double battles in Pokemon are cool. Double battles in Temtem are fucking stupid. Anyway, this isn't a Temtem rant video. If I want to make a video about me talking about my experience with Temtem, I'll beat Temtem first, and then I'll tell you how much I hate that game. I don't hate Temtem. I think Temtem is cool, but Coromon is really fucking good. And like, their equivalent to shiny Pokemon are potent or perfect Coromon. Each Coromon has a potent potential value, I guess, that goes from 0 to 21, or 1 to 21, either way. And if it's like between 1 and 16, I want to say, if it's between 1 and 16, it's a normal Coromon. If it's 17 and 20, it's a potent Coromon, and that changes its appearance. But then if you have a Coromon that's 21 potential value, it's a perfect Coromon, and it also goes under another design color change. And that's really cool. There's like 3 different versions of each Coromon, but the fact that it also influences their stat gains, their stat gains, like their level up also, I should probably mention that as well. The level up system in Coromon is slightly different. You still get experience every time you beat a Coromon and it levels up, but there's another experience bar that goes up slightly slower. I don't know what this gauge is called, but when it fills up, you get to put your points into whatever stats you want, up to like 3 points each level up, each time that smaller blue bar goes up. Like, think of it how in Pokemon, if you had another experience point gauge, and every time you level up that in Pokemon, you get to put your IVs into whatever points you want. That's basically what that is you're putting IVs into whatever stats you want. That's the best way I can describe it, or EVs, either way. That's the best way I can describe it, and I think that is such a cool way of doing it, because then I can build my Coromon how I want to build it, and I don't have to worry about what the fuck I'm killing. I like it. I like how it does things. The game doesn't take that long to beat. Like, sure, I took less than, I think, 23 hours for my first playthrough. I'm already on my second. I think if I lessened the grinding sessions, because I grinded a lot in that game, to the point that my starter Coromon was level 99 by the time I got to the final boss, and I was severely over-leveled for that boss. I fucking swept it. It was ridiculous. And that's probably another thing that I probably dislike about Coromon. This is probably my first dislike of talking about it, but the game ended abruptly. Like, you beat the final boss, something happens, and then the credits. And it's like a brief something that happens. And nothing is explained as to why that thing happens. Or what happens after that. Like, the main threat of the whole game, of the plot, are aliens. It doesn't get explained what happens to them after you win. You just win. But that's beside the point. This game is still amazing. I love the way it looks. I love the way the battle works. I hate that I can't complete the, I guess, the Pokédex equivalent, the database. Either way, I can't complete it. And I was very disappointed to find that out because there's no like post-game content in this game for some reason. The only thing you can really do after beating the game is play online, which from my experience, no one ever plays this game online. And just complete the database as much as you can, because there's one Coromon that you cannot catch. It is nowhere in the game. As far as I've done my research, and every like material I could use to find out if I could catch this thing, the answer is no. And it's a Coromon you meet midway through your story mode. And even if you try to catch it, you cannot. Which sucks, because that means there's one Coromon in the whole database that you can fill up the whole thing, and there will always be that one that cannot be filled because you can't catch it. And it's nowhere in the game. But its evolutions are in the game. But there's no breeding in the game. So you can't just breed to get its pre-evolution. So that fucking sucks. But other than that, like, I've already mentioned everything I love about this game. There's way more to this game than what I've mentioned. The way that the items work, the way that the learning of different skills work. I think that's cool. There's a surfboard you can get. That's pretty cool. You can you can hunt for gems. I didn't mess with this mechanic at all, but that's a thing you can do. You don't lose your opportunity to catch the starters. If you started with one starter and you wanted to catch the other ones, you can do that. All 3 starters are in the wild. You aren't locked out of any Coromon, except for the one I mentioned. There's character customization. There's difficulty options, which are customizable. So you got the hard mode, which is basically a Nuzlocke, and then super hard mode or something, which is also just a Nuzlocke but harder. But then you can customize these difficulty options and customize it to your liking. You can make it so all the Coromon are randomized. You can make it so you can catch trained Coromons. You can steal other people's Coromons, which I thought was pretty fucking funny. You can randomize the items, you can randomize abilities, you can randomize movesets. I think that's all super interesting, and that's what I started my second playthrough on, actually. It's all that randomized stuff, because I think it's funny. And I even saw some Coromons I didn't even see on my first playthrough through the randomizer, which blew my mind. Which is interesting, because there's only like 114 Coromon in this game. And some of them, like there's this, it's hard to explain, and it's probably spoilers, so I'm not gonna say it actually. Either way, this is actually a pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? Acceptable price, I guess. It's like $20. At the time of this recording, it's on sale, so that's pretty cool. And I highly, 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 highly recommend this game. If you're at all a fan of Pokemon or RPGs or Persona, whatever you're a fan of RPG likes, this is a good one. I really liked it. I really liked my playthrough. Truth be told, when I bought it, that's all I did, was play the fucking game. I bought it on like midnight of like a day, and then I stayed up all night playing it. Throughout that whole fucking day, that's all I did, was play that fucking game. I hate admitting that, but that is what I did. Did I beat the game in that one sitting? No, I did not. Like I said, it took me like 23 hours for my first playthrough. But anyway, Coromon is a game you guys should play. I think there's a demo for it. I remember there being a demo when it was at the E3 reveal, I think it was, because I played the demo, and the demo was extremely buggy. which upsetted me greatly because I really liked the way the game looked and everything. So I'm glad the game is actually out and that it's actually really, really fun. I think it's on mobile device. It's on mobile devices and Nintendo Switch as well, so you don't just have to go on Steam. Another cool thing I didn't even know was possible. I don't know how they did this, or what magic they did to do this, but you can transfer your save data from the Steam version over to your Nintendo Switch version. So if you have both copies, you can bring it on the Switch. That's fucking cool. Anyway, yeah, go play Coromon. That's all I wanted to say in this video, was go play the fucking game. It's really cool. I know this isn't the video that I said I was going to make, but like I said, it's been taking really long to work on that video. I did not expect it to take that long. Also, it's just been a very busy month for me. Also, stressful month. Also, I'm lazy. I don't know when you'll expect the video I'm actually working on. The scripted one that I'm working really hard on. I don't know when it'll be done. But I will maybe make more videos in this format if that's something that, like, I like. If I just, like... How do I explain this? I just beat a game and I talk about it without a script. If that is something you guys want to see anyway, I mean, like, that's something I could do. Anyway, go play the game. Follow my Twitter. Follow my Twitch. I might stream. I've been thinking about streaming again. But yeah, go do all those things. I'll see you guys in the next one.